that you went away.
Hey guys, if you're new here, my name is Andra. I make commentary videos on pop culture and media. Today's video is about Kanye, and excuse me if I'm gonna be a little bit stiff. I've not filmed in like 3 months at this point. I think I was back in Romania, and then we moved, we changed the house, and I've been like struggling to find a way and place to film, and it's been a mess. So we are doing a little bit better now, right? You've seen me post before, it's been pre-filmed. But I think this Kanye subject is like something that's reawakened my desire to film and be like completely baffled and outraged by what people are doing. So I know it may not be 100% my place as a white person to talk about this, but I think some things like transcend, you know, like knowing your place or whatever. And in that case, it's Kanye and Candace Owens at his show at Fashion Week wearing White Lives Matter. So I'm no stranger to political statements, to like what you're wearing. As you see now, I'm wearing a political statement, and I do have probably like 20 or more t-shirts of like different political statements, and so I agree with the concept, but this is a really fucking bad one. So if you don't know, White Lives Matter has been used as a rebuttal to Black Lives Matter, and because of that, it's considered a white supremacist statement. You shouldn't say that, really. And especially if you specify white lives, in America, they've always mattered, right? Even All Lives Matter is a bit like tone deaf because it's like taking away from the problem of racism and police brutality. If you are American or a person of color, I'm not gonna be patronizing and explaining the situation because you know about it all too well. But it's outrageous to see the behaviors of two people who are supposed to be affected by racism, but because of their upper class, their bourgeois situation, they don't give a fuck. They are not affected by the same form of racism as regular black people, and it shows. The way he does things, ironically, for shock value at this point is just corny. He really believes he's God or whatever. The fact that I never liked him aside, I believe this man desperately needs therapy. Yeah, so he definitely does need therapy. I remember he said that slavery is like black people's fault. So yeah, that's not a fucking good look, is it? People will drag the Candace Owens lady but support Kanye when they are the same person. Yeah, exactly. The same person, but she's a woman, so there is the misogyny added on top of that, where she gets more hate for being a woman and he gets praise for being interesting and like fascinating. It's all performance art and whatever. How the fuck was Kanye calling the Kardashians the KKK when he's out here with the black clanswoman herself, Candace Owens, and wearing White Lives Matter shirts? So the guy who thought slavery was a choice and the woman who said slave owners deserve reparations more than the slaves wore matching White Lives Matter sweatshirts. Color me surprised. Kanye West and Candace Owens make Martin Luther King Jr. roll over in his grave. My thing is, Kanye and Candace Owens are easy targets as well as distractions. There are people who wear the right t-shirts and shout all the right slogans, then turn around and spout anti-black rhetoric for a blue-tinted paycheck. Fox is more dangerous than a wolf. I agree 100%. There are so many liberals who caught these movements and use them for clout, for their white savior complex, but then they turn around and do things that are like egregious and horribly racist. And I think we should be careful with the more subtle racism. White women and black men have it both ways. They can act as oppressors or be oppressed. Black men may be victimized by racism, but sexism allows them to act as exploiters and oppressors of women. White women may be victimized by sexism, but racism enables them to act as exploiters and oppressors of black people. Both groups have led liberation movements that favored their interests and support the continued oppression of other groups. Black male sexism has undermined struggles to eradicate racism, just as white female racism undermines feminist struggles. As long as these two groups or any group defines liberation as gaining social equality with ruling class white men, they have a vested interest in their continued exploitation and oppression of others. And this is a quote by Bell Hooks. The fashion industry is a joke for even giving Kanye a platform. Why was someone who has said slavery was a choice and never apologized for how deeply anti-black and ahistorical the statement is, given the opportunity to open a show at Paris Fashion Week? If Kanye targeted any other group, he would be shunned. Being anti-black is en vogue and is deeply troubling. 100% agree with this. People are saying that this is satire. Obviously, the fucking Ye stans are a little bit crazy. They are saying because it's on the front, it's a Pope John Paul II. It's satire. I think that putting a person who is openly racist, and you know that she has like a lot of internalized racism, I'm talking about Candace Owens, of course, when you put her on that, it sends a message, because her beliefs are what they are and we all know them. She's very public with her beliefs, so it's bullshit. You can't just say that it's sarcasm or whatever. It's like if I gave a fucking Nazi something openly that is supposed to be anti-racist or anti-fascist, but I make a Nazi wear it, then it doesn't matter what the irony is, because people will miss it. And he commented on his Instagram, everyone knows that Black Lives Matter was a scam, now it's over, you're welcome. It's bullshit. He's having an episode again, and I think this guy needs help. And I don't even know what to say. People who are Kanye fans at this point, actually no, not fans, it's okay to be a fan of like whoever you want, but like Kanye apologists, let's say. People who are Kanye apologists are just insane. They are defending Kanye's psychological abuse of like Kim and Pete Davidson because they are white. Kim is half Armenian, but anyways, they are white passing. And because of that, his behavior gets excused because apparently it's okay. It's okay if the man is black to like be misogynistic. It's just so stupid. Jaden Smith was at the show, and when the White Lives Matter shirts came out, he left, which again, king fucking move. I need as many psychiatrists as possible on this bird app to make it clear that Kanye's anti-blackness has nothing to do with bipolar disorder. No, but expressing it so openly does obviously have to do with his bipolar disorder. But yeah, his thoughts are his own. Like, it doesn't mean that it has to do with bipolar. These are thoughts that he has all the time. He just probably doesn't have the courage to express them all the time. And on his take on Black Lives Matter, I think I can accept this answer, but I don't think it's applicable to Kanye. BLM was definitely a scam, and this isn't an endorsement of Kanye. This is a warning for people that trust the mid-level bougie academic activists that align with the government and corporations and grift at the expense of Black death so they can found their own futures. It isn't rocket science. Multiple things can be true at once. Yes, Kanye is ridiculous. Yes, BLM has stolen millions of dollars in donations. Not sure why so much debating going on here. It's like people constantly feel the need to pick the side of the lesser evil. So I think as a concept, right, I agree. I agree that it is good to not trust these people, but I don't think Kanye is the person to like tell us to not trust people who grift, because he's the amount of wealth he has. He's not our friend. He's not our class comrade or whatever the fuck. Like, it doesn't matter. He's not the right person to like preach to us about class interest, because he's not. His interest is opposed to our interest, because people like him at the top take from people like us at the bottom. You'll need to be more upset over those 5 mentions and $90 million raised off the blood of dead black men than whatever t-shirt Kanye got on. I would like 100% say that if you had to choose one, yes, choose one, but I don't think you have to choose one. I think what matters is that people like Kanye have influence in the world. And especially people like Candace, she's a fucking politician, right? She has influence in the world. And if we just dismiss that because it's not the biggest priority right now, and if we just dismiss the lesser evil, then I don't think we should do that. I think we're capable of multitasking is what I'm trying to say. I know some people are not, but I'm speaking for myself that like I do care about a lot of things. Kanye himself obviously has said many problematic things. Most recently, Gigi Hadid has slammed him and called him a bully and a joke for being basically misogynistic to a black woman who is the Vogue editor called Gabriella Carefa Johnson. His comments are very tasteless. I'm just gonna put them on the screen. He likes to bully people, and I've noticed that he does definitely like to bully women a lot more. And yeah, black women have to deal with especially complex lives because of misogyny and racism combined. So this is the same man who decided to humiliate a 19-year-old in Taylor Swift. So that's what I'm gonna end the video with. I'm not a Swiftie, but obviously that was fucking bullshit. So here's a funny moment to end this video with, a glimpse into Kanye West's worst nightmare. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below what you think, subscribe to this channel for more. And yeah, do you agree, do you disagree? I don't know, let me know what you think. Bye.
Ever since the day that you